Alright, what's going on, guys? Chili Games again, and before we get started with this Alaska gameplay, I just want to say a huge thank you for all the support lately. We have surpassed 500 subscribers and we're already at like 570. Oh man, the last 2 or 3 weeks have been incredible, and I appreciate every single one of you. And if you just saw the matchmaking there, this is probably my least favorite map in the game, and it is flooded with destroyers for this match, so not the ideal situation for the Alaska. We do have radar, however, the rate of fire is a bit of an issue. And like I said, I apologize for the sniffles. I'm not sure why I just got them. Issue with this map is if no one pushes, then it's just so stalematy. Luckily, both teams decided to push her a good bit. And the problem with having 4 destroyers is someone's going to want to go middle. So I will say to myself, yeah, someone's going to go middle. And then we shoot 16k off of the eye with their broadside. The guns for this ship are absolutely fantastic. I love the guns. I think they're comparable to... Honestly, I want to say Vanguard. I mean, they're a lot smaller than Vanguards, but the reload, the penetration, even the HE on it is actually pretty, in my opinion, pretty comparable in game, not statistically. Just going off of feel, that's what I would give it the most. I didn't radar there, one, because as you see, his shots are coming from behind the island, and you see that our destroyers are very far off, so the odds of them getting any sort of value out of that radar would be pretty slim. So I decided not to radar there. I didn't want to pop it, and I'm glad I didn't, because if you see on the mini-map, we have 2 destroyers. We're missing 2 of them, and it'll come very apparent after this Baltimore forgets that showing broadside to American super heavy 305mm guns is a bad idea. Dispersion was fantastic. As soon as I saw that dispersion and he didn't have the propulsion for it, I was like, yeah, this is going to be ugly. Something really, really good about the AP for this thing is the citadels are almost 10,000 damage, so most times you really only need one, one citadel. As you can tell, the base is being captured. I radar for I voice out to the friendly Wichita, because the Wichita could destroy this guy. Luckily, we bait this guy into torpedoing us. I was reversing, and the reason why I run propulsion mod on this ship is for this reason exactly right here. We have good acceleration. The Alaska, while it is bigger than, you know, cruisers, it has really good maneuverability for its size. We still have the radar. I got that first shot off with the sonar, and I'm waiting for my team to kind of realize what's going on and get their guns trained on this position. We luckily get the back turrets going on this guy just over that island. Unfortunately, he goes forward, and he's going to be radar for the next 20 seconds or so. We're just going to barely be able to clip this island, and again, our back turret is reloaded. For the reload to be 17 seconds, I feel like I feel very solid with it. I don't know. The reload feels very solid with the ship. I think it's because when the guns do hit, they do a lot of damage, and we end up getting a devastating strike there. And I think it's because since he still had the fire burning, the damage tick didn't stop for any amount of time, so it counted that full damage as like one continuous like salvo, I guess. It's weird. Mistake number 2 on the enemy team, the Z-23. I have literally no idea, and I was kind of upset because I was like, oh man, we're not going to get this kill. Fortunately for us, we get the look at the maneuverability, getting the back turret on pretty quick, and kind of stealing that kill there. Iowa is retreating, and we have HE loaded at this angle, which is perfect because he will be turning, hoping to stick fire. And this is why I say it's pretty comparable to Vanguard. I feel like the fire chance, while it is only at 30% per shell, with the reload, I do feel like it is very nice. Like I'm always consistently getting fires, and it makes this ship really, really versatile in that if you need to shoot somebody bow in with HE, you have a really good chance of doing some damage with fires and doing what you need to do. Because if you are forced to shoot HE at a target, you are gunning for that fire. That's the only reason why you're shooting it, really. So I feel like it has pretty good RNG with that. Pushing up here, I would have full-blown got into their spawn here, but obviously I didn't want to give broadside to an Iowa, because even though this thing does have great guns, it is technically not your standard cruiser. It will get absolutely smacked by broadside AP. This thing, while it does have a 32mm bow, while it can tank those shots from the bow, broadside is a different story. So I mean, the 16K that I did to the Iowa beforehand versus his broadside, he can do that with, you know, almost one shell to mine, and he will be much more likely to penetrate than I will. So, waiting patiently here. No reason to go crazy right now. We do have a destroyer in our spawn there to protect if there is a destroyer there. Have the HE loaded. Before he gets his shot off, I'm going to dip in between this island. Again, there we go. Hit a nice salvo of HE for a fire and also a good amount of damage. It's very reliable HE. I am very impressed with it. That's why I say if you can get the guns going for this thing, the AP is great, the HE is great. The only thing that it's not really great at is taking sustained fire, because you take damage so quickly in this thing. And I don't know if it's just because you're bigger than most cruisers, but man, you will just see your health bar drop, and it is very susceptible to HE. And I think that's why the worst part about this is, yeah, it has the bow armor, but it does not feel like it most times because you're just losing health like crazy. But here we go, Yudachi's coming around. We are at 4 kills now, so I was really hoping this Yudachi would come around the corner. He's going in, so I decided to shoot the guns towards the Bismarck. I still realized that I have sonar. I know my sonar is 4.4 kilometers. I don't blow my radar right now because I know that the Yudachi is probably going to be in sonar range to give my DD a couple extra shots at him there. So I'll wait just a smidge longer, and I really don't think I'm going to need this radar, so I pop the radar, trying to give my DD more chances to shoot at him here. Load the armor piercing for the Bismarck, and this was a pretty solid you know, show of the guns right here. And I was so happy that this Bismarck decided to give me broadside, because while you have turtleback armor, you eat a lot of penetrations. Not citadels, but penetrations. About 15k. 15k every 7 seconds, or every 17 seconds, is pretty dang powerful. I don't care who you are. We turn our ship to bow in. Caught us a little bit there. We could have been a little bit more angled, but we are safe, and he's continuing to show us broadside. And man, these guns are so punchy. 10k there. Oh man, like if you can get the guns to perform like this, you can get into engagements where this is kind of happening. The ship is so much fun. It is just, it feels like you're just destroying everything. Again, he's slightly angled. Another 8,000 damage. You do not want to be showing any sort of broadside to this ship, because the reload is so very punishing with this caliber of guns. Oh my god, it is so fun. Having the improved penetration from them being American guns, being super heavy, it makes these 305s hit like 380s. That's why I said I feel like it's comparable to the Vanguard, because while it's a severely smaller shell, they hit and they perform way above its class here. Pick up the Kraken on that guy. And what I thought was going to be a terrible match turns into a pretty eventful one. Wasn't really my favorite kind of matchup, you know. I actually took a screenshot of this match and sent it to a couple buddies, and I was like, before the match even started, I was like, oh, this is about to be fun. Whenever you see 4 destroyers or more on this map, it's like, let's just back out and not play. So, luckily we stuck through it. And quick little thing about the enemy destroyer player out here. I actually got a message from him saying GG, so love the positivity, man. Thank you so much for that. 9 times out of 10, when you see somebody has added you to a group to send you a message, it's like, oh god, what kind of rant is this guy about to go on? Is he gonna try and roast us or something for playing bad? This guy didn't. Super good sport about the loss. His team's really struggling here, and you know, he said, "GG, well played," and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, "Hey, man, really made my day, to be honest, because you don't see a lot of positivity going around in the game, especially on Reddit and stuff like that. So it's always really, really nice to get those kind of messages." So thank you to him. And he was also saying, he was like, "Yeah, I had torpedoes on you," and I was like, "Yeah, I was really hoping that you were going to be within 9 kilometers in the last second or so." Oh, he just dropped the controller. I've got to remember to put this controller down, because if I hit the wrong button, it'll cancel out this audio, and I'll lose it. I'm holding my radar. You see, my radar is going to be open in about 10 seconds, and the game is going to end like 5 seconds after that, so I have a very small, very small window of opportunity here. I'm going to get one shot. If this guy is 9 kilometers away, I have one shot, 6 shells to do it. I pop the radar, slow down to stay in the cap. And unfortunately, he is nowhere to be found. So well played on his part. Didn't give it to us for the 6th kill, but we did pick up the Kraken. Guys, that is going to be it. I hope you guys really enjoyed. Thank you so much for the support. If you do like the video, consider liking it. And if you aren't subscribed, subscribe to the channel for more. We are heading for that 1,000 community contributor mark. And yeah, have a good weekend, guys. Cheers.